morning. Happy Sunday. Today is the start of a new vlog. It is week 7. You guys, I slept 10 hours last night and I feel, come on, Sasha, I feel absolutely amazing. Don't underestimate the power of sleep and what it can do for you. I feel alert and full of energy. My son-in-law came this morning and he walked Sasha. So that helps. That helps me a lot because I don't have to get up super early to walk her. But he came over, he walked her, and I feel good. We are preparing for a major rainstorm, but otherwise it's a beautiful fall day. I am taking today and saying I am going to make this week productive and intentional. I know I say that week to week, and I go in with that mindset. You know, sometimes we have things that we can't control, but I can control at least how I want to start my week. And I want to start it with that. But yeah, so if you haven't seen, I uploaded the vlog right before this one of my week 6 and how COVID took me down, but I'm feeling so much better. Sneezed a little bit this morning, coughed a little bit this morning. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that over fevers and body aches and all that. Okay, I'm almost home. I brought Sasha out for a quick little walk for her to do her basic necessities. And I'm going to let her out in the yard to run around and get the zoomies because she won't be able to do that today, the rest of the day or tomorrow. So I want her to get that out of her system. And yeah, a little bit of meal prep, a lot of planning, and a lot of football. That's on the plan today. All right, we'll check in later. I am finally making breakfast. I'm making a protein pancake. So this has 2 eggs, and I use this, I really like this brand, this Kodiak Power Cakes. And I'm making enough. I only had enough for 1 pancake, so I probably could have made this into 2 small ones, but it's a pancake. It's eggs mainly. A little bit of soy milk for extra protein. So everything in here has protein. I added cinnamon and nutmeg. Can't wait to see what it tastes like. This thing is so big and it's fluffy, but I'll show you the inside. See how dense it is? It's not as, it's fluffy, but it's not like a normal pancake. And that's because it's jam-packed with protein. But I'm going to only eat half. I'll put the other half in a Ziploc bag and I'll put that in the refrigerator for tomorrow. It's a huge product. I added some maple syrup. I made these vegan sausage patties. I just wanted something extra with ketchup. And then I have my boiled kale. And over here I have my protein coffee. I have my clementine and kiwi for fiber. A lot of protein, a lot of fiber here. And I love it. Something different. I was tired of eating just eggs. I'm still getting eggs, but they're inside of the pancake. It's a win. I'm doing a really small meal prep. I'm making these chickpea pastas because of the protein content and the fiber. So I have 2 cups here, and this is going to be for my husband and I. I'm sure he's going to want some. So I have 2 cups of chickpea pasta. I have water that is boiling. I season my water because I like for my pasta to have a good taste to it. And then over here I have the meat sauce. This is half of it because I saved the other half to combine with like a sweet potato or maybe even some white rice during the week. So I did not combine all of the vegan meat, picadillo, with it. And yeah, this is what I'm making. I've already made half of a bag of green beans. I have my kale here. I also have the other half of the picadillo. Letting that cool down. And I have lettuce and all the fixings if we want a salad. So yeah, this is all just a really simple, easy, practical meal prep for us for this week. And here is my seasoned water. I add adobo, garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, and oh, I need to add salt. I didn't add salt, but that's what I need to add. And I just love for my pasta to be seasoned. This is how my grandmother used to make her pasta, my mother, all my aunts. And when I don't season my pasta, I only season my pasta when I'm going to make it mixed with my vegan meat. If I'm making regular pasta with like, sauce, I don't season my water. So I do season my water when I am making the meat sauce with the pasta together. I needed to clarify that, but waiting for this to boil. I'm adding the pasta, letting it cook for 9 minutes, and then I'm gonna combine everything. Prep is done. Here is the chicken for my husband, and here's the pasta. I actually got this container and this one, a smaller one, so I'm probably gonna have this portion for dinner for myself. If my husband wants some of this, he can have some, or he has the option of having chicken, but simple meal prep is done. If I need to make extra vegetables for the week, I will do that. I just didn't want to make too much. I don't have the energy, and I really want to sit down. It's already 1 o'clock, and I have things that I need to get done. Of course, because I meal prepped, I have my neutralizer, my natural neutralizer here, odor deodorizer, odor neutralizer. I have the peels of the citrus that I used for my ginger turmeric shots. So there's orange, lemon, and lime. I added 4 cinnamon sticks. I sprinkled some ground cinnamon this time, and I added probably about a half a cup of vinegar. I'm going to let this come to a boil. Once it's done, bring it down to a simmer and let this simmer away for a few hours today, maybe 3 or 4 hours. And yeah, my house is going to smell heavenly. It is a very cool day, but I wanted to open up this door, let out some of the smell from the chicken and the ground meat, the ground vegan meat. It just kind of lingers in the house. I don't know why, but I opened up the door. I have the windows open to my dining room, kind of let the air flow for about another 15-20 minutes. And this is it. This is the end of day 42. I'm going to bed. I'm actually going to take off my contacts, but just took the scarf off of my head. It's been such a productive day. I know that I haven't vlogged much, but trust me, it's been a productive day. Good morning. Happy Monday. It is day 43 and I slept a little bit over 9 hours. I feel wonderful. And yeah, my daughter came and walked Sasha this morning. I got up, I made breakfast, I played with Sasha, and I went straight to work. Today is not a day off for me. I have to work, and it's been productive. This is actually the dinner I had on Friday night that I brought home, and I've been loving it. So I had it on Saturday for lunch, and I'm having it again today for lunch. It is vegan picadillo with white rice and just some sauteed grilled tofu and tostones. These are fried plantains. So delicious. And I have some berries for fiber. So a lot of protein. Oh, and as for my drink, I'm having this because I did not drink this morning. So I'm having 20 grams of protein here with the tofu and the picadillo. I want to say it's probably another 15 grams of protein here, 10 to 15. So that gets me to my 30, which is great, 30, 35, and then I have my fiber. All is good in the world. I am in bed. I should have been asleep over a half hour ago, but the night got away from me. Just a lot of things. Anyhow, why a 55-year-old woman should still be breaking out is beyond my comprehension, but here we are. Here we are. I do use my skincare. You know, nothing is 100%. I'm human and things happen. I'm not really sure. I'm hoping that by tomorrow morning these aren't as red, as swollen, or as painful. Day 43 is a wrap. pouring in my soy milk for my coffee when I get to the office. As you guys know, for me, it's all about the protein. It's really good. Okay, there we go. I poured a little bit more, but in here is my protein powder and collagen. And then I just have to pour in the coffee when I get to the office. Good morning. It is 6:20. I am getting in my car. I just warmed it up and I'm heading into the office, leaving on time because my son-in-law is going to walk Sasha. I can't walk her. I can't say her name too loud because she hears it. But my eyes are really flaring up. I have my breakouts, which still hurt. I'm a mess. I am a mess. Look at this. But I have a telehealth appointment at 11:20 this morning. And I'm hoping I can get some answers or she can prescribe something to put that's better and stronger than Vaseline because it's not getting any better. Anyhow, let me get in the car and get on the road. There's a trick. If you guys are traveling with flowers filled with water or a lunch pack that you don't want to spill over or anything you don't want to spill over, just hook it up to your seatbelt. It's an old trick. Okay, I am ready to go. My car is packed and I need to take this scarf off. I thought it was a lot colder than what it actually is. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm still in my garage. Who knows, but I need to get into the office. I made it to work and it was crazy. I recorded that little clip about me not having to walk Sasha and leaving. I pulled out of my driveway, made it to the end of my driveway when I got a frantic text from my daughter telling me that my son-in-law could not come walk Sasha because he had to take his car for service. So I ended up pulling right back into my garage. I took Sasha out. Thankfully, she did what she needed to do pretty quickly. I ran her back and gave her some water, put her in the crate, and headed out again. But yeah, let me get into this office. There she is. She arrived safe and sound again. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I was not able to come on at all yesterday. Busy at work, left late, got home. I didn't have to, but I wanted something different for dinner. So I tried a new salmon recipe, came out delicious. I had to cook that last night. And I just spent time talking with my husband, catching up. And then it was time for shower. I had to pay the bills last night, literally pay the bills. And then I went to bed. I just shut everything down, my brain, the lights, everything, and went to bed. And I was up early in the morning. It is 6 a.m. and I am on my way into the office. No hiccups today. My son-in-law is coming to pick up Sasha to take her for a walk. So I am out of here and trying to get to the office pretty early this morning. And my phone, I'm looking a little bit blurry because I didn't clean my phone. What is today? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I made it to the office, smooth sailing. Traffic wasn't too bad, but I really need to get inside. I have such a busy day today. A lot of meetings, a lot of interactions, a lot of interruptions, may I say. You know, office days can be very challenging. They are chatty days for most, disruptive. I really can't get any thinking work done, but I'm here and I'm thankful, I'm blessed, and I made it here safe. Now to have a very productive, intentional day and to get home safe. That is the goal every single day that I come in. All right. Let me grab all my bags and get inside. And before I forget, let me share with you that I had a telehealth appointment yesterday with my doctor, and she prescribed a topical steroid. She also gave me an oral steroid in case the ointment stung or it irritated my face because I do have sensitive skin. She gave me an oral steroid as a backup just in case. And I applied the first dose last night. Second dose was this morning. Apply it twice a day, and I can already feel and see a difference under my eyes and right here. But she basically said it was dermatitis, and I'm so thankful that I was able to get an appointment with her. I remember feeling in so much pain on, what was that, Monday night, and I just said, let me check and see if she has any telehealth appointments or if she even does them. And sure enough, she had one appointment for yesterday at 11:20 in the morning. And I'm so happy that I grabbed it. You know, God is intentional. So here is my day 2, I guess, but I haven't had a full dose of the ointment dosage. So, but I feel better. It doesn't feel swollen. It doesn't itch. It doesn't feel irritated at all, which is what I have been dealing with for 3 weeks, or maybe more. I think it's been more than 3 weeks, but it looks so much better. It doesn't look great, but it looks better. This is my outfit of the day. Comfy, warm. I did wear a scarf, but I took it off, but super comfy. What a beautiful fall evening. I'm out walking Sasha, and I'm happy that I did because she pooped. We all want that. With me having to go in the office more frequently, she's in the crate a lot longer than normal since she's been staying with us. And when I get home, I'm the first one home usually. She goes absolutely crazy. I let her out in the backyard because it's fenced in and she can just run freely. So I let her do that for maybe a good 30 minutes or so. And then my daughter comes over and plays with her some more. We feed her dinner. She feeds her dinner. She leaves. And then I bring her out for an after dinner walk. So it's been working out really well. I don't know how it's going to be when the weather starts to break, but it is a beautiful, cool evening. Absolutely gorgeous. It is in the high 50s, probably a little too cool for short sleeve, but I'll take it. I'll take it over blistering 90-degree heat and humidity. At work, it's just been a rush kind of morning, and I got up late. I slept 8.5 hours and it felt wonderful. But I got up much later than what I anticipated, so I was rushing to get out of the house, but I wasn't rushing on the road. That's important. I am here. I am going inside and getting started with this day. These days are heavy in the office. There's a lot going on in our company, and it's very unsettling, uneasy, but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through this, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great on the other side. I know this. All right, I need to get inside. I'm going to put my things down, go grab a sandwich, a breakfast sandwich, eat that real quick, and come back to my desk and plug away. That is the goal for this morning. Here is my outfit of the day. I had on a completely different top, and I was freezing this morning, so I ended up changing into this, and I'm so happy that I did because it is really cold out, much colder than what I thought. Anyhow, outfit of the day. It is Thursday, day 46, and I'm feeling a little bit anxious today for a lot of reasons, but I love my outfit. It's super comfy and I'm warm. That's all that matters right now, right? Oh, look at that beautiful tree. How gorgeous. What a beautiful, beautiful afternoon, evening. It is about 4:45. I came home a little early and played with Sasha in the backyard as always, and I decided to take a 45-minute walk, and we are a little more than halfway through, but I had to come out. It's beautiful. It is in the mid-50s, cool, breezy. And I needed to come out and check out these leaves on these trees because it's my favorite time of year. They're gorgeous and bright. And it just shows a different phase of life, right? Just like trees, so do we. You know, our leaves fall off too. And we go into hibernation. We go into this season of recovery and restoring. And then we come back in full bloom. And yeah, it's just a beautiful thing. It's it's a metaphor, but it's also real life. Good morning. Happy day 47. I am at my doctor's office, at my cardiologist's office. And today I find out when I can start working out again. Not if, but when I can start working out again. She put everything on pause for me because she wanted to wait to get the results of my echocardiogram and my heart monitor. So we are here today to get all of that and get a clean bill of health, because that's what I've been praying for. That's what I believe, and that's what we're going to go with. So I will check in when I'm done. I got a good bill of health. The heart monitor showed the flutters and a couple of extra heartbeats, not a couple, quite a bit. But she said it's actually really normal. It's nothing for me to be alarmed about. The electrical system in my heart was fine. And that's what showed up in the heart monitor. My echocardiogram showed really good heart condition. My valves are great. She said one of my valves in my ventricle part of my heart doesn't close all the way. So there's a tiny bit of leakage. She goes, but it's very normal. It's not abnormal. And unless I have additional symptoms, loss of breath, dizziness, fainting, feelings of a heart attack, she said it's nothing for me to be concerned about. I am clear to work out again. That makes me so happy. Oh my God. I can't believe it's just been a long time and I need to work out. Anyhow, the one thing she was concerned with was during perimenopause and all the way through up until postmenopause. I shared with all of you in a previous video that I always suffered from high cholesterol as a result of going into perimenopause. And she expressed some concern, and she said, I'm surprised that you really haven't had a calcification test done. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. So CT heart calcium score. She said, I'm really surprised that hasn't been ordered before for you, because over time, with having high cholesterol for the number of years that you've had it, she said, you do get that hard calcification around your arteries. So we just want to make sure that you don't have that. And she ordered that, and it's almost like a CT scan with no contrast. But I have to check to see if my insurance covers it. Sometimes she said most often it's out of pocket, but I don't know. I need to deal with my insurance on that. Anyhow, I am off to pick up something for breakfast because I have not had anything to eat. It is 10:30, and now I need to do that and then go grocery shopping. So a beautiful, wonderful Friday morning, and I'm feeling blessed and grateful and thankful for a clean bill of health after all of this. We're doing good. It's a good Friday. I am home and put the groceries away, played with Sasha for a little bit. I am now going to make me a protein shake and probably have that with a protein bar because I'm not overly hungry. I had breakfast super late, but I just wanted to show you also a close-up of my eyes. The topical steroid is working its magic, and I feel so much better. I don't have that inflammation, the itching, all of that, the rash, the peeling, none of that. So feeling a lot better, and it's only been 4 days since I've been on the topical steroid. And I'm rubbing my lip because I went to pick Sasha up and she was so excited. She's very fidgety when she gets excited, and she headbutted me on my lip and it's hurting. Okay, time to make this shake and sit down for a minute. Also share a couple of things that I picked up. Another box of this organic chamomile tea. My husband and I drink this every night. But there's a lot going on, especially at work, and I have been feeling a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. It's just really consuming me. And so I bought this organic ashwagandha to release stress, and it boosts my energy. So I just took one of these. You're supposed to take it with a meal. It's just one a day. This is a 2-month supply. I got this at Wegmans at my local supermarket, and it is vegan friendly. So I'm excited to see what this does. I also saw this Stress Ease Calm ashwagandha and honeybush tea. It's organic, it's caffeine free, herbal supplement with adaptogens. I'm hoping that this also helps my mood, my mental state, because I need that. I need it for the next lunch. Simple and clean. I have 1 tablespoon of collagen, so have that. I added PB Fit for extra healthy fat. I have 2 scoops of this French vanilla plant protein. I added a banana for extra creaminess and smoothness. I added soy milk for extra protein. And yeah, so I'm going to mix this up in my magic bullet. I'm going to have a small bowl of fruit with a kiwi, and I'm going to do that instead of the protein bar. I may have the protein bar before dinner to hold me product. Good source of fiber are berries. I have kiwi. It's a superfruit, super high in fiber. I have to have one every single day. It just makes me feel better. It keeps me regular, and always a good source of protein. And that's what this is. I try my best to prioritize protein and fiber in every single meal. And that's what I'm doing here. So, buen provecho. It is about 10:30. I am trying to work on YouTube stuff, and I can't because little Miss Sasha is worse than a toddler. She can't sit still. She keeps jumping up on me, wanting me to hold her, and I just can't. I cannot concentrate. But I also know that she's been in her crate a lot this week and today, and my heartstrings are just being pulled by her. So I try to keep her out of the crate as much as I can, and I can't do what I want to do. So I'm going to end this vlog for today here. I know that I haven't been on here much, but I've gotten a lot of things done. I know that I stopped after I came home and I showed you guys what I was making for lunch. I did have dinner with my husband. We went out and came home. I walked Sasha for about 45 minutes, came home, took a shower, and have just been in this room for, an hour or so. But she is extremely restless and loves to be held. But I can't hold her and work. So also, I put on this rag, this scarf on my head. Is not a rag, because what I have found, and I put it to the test last night, if I put this on for about an hour and a half before I actually go to sleep, it flattens my hair and it adds some shine to it. And when I wake up in the morning, it's not frizzy and I don't have a lot of body to it, which I like personally. So I needed to put this on, which is why I look like this. But we are done here. I'm going to take Sasha outside. Hopefully she will go outside and she will pee right away, and then she's going in her crate. It is so late for her to be up right now. My son-in-law is coming in the morning to take her out. And yeah, it's just been a busy day. Oh, and I got a video done on how to start a YouTube channel after the age of 50. It's a really short video that I felt inspired to do. I flew through it because I only had literally 20 minutes to record, to do the thumbnail, take my picture, write the description, all of that. I only had like 20 minutes to do it, but I took advantage of it. And I know that I haven't brought you a lot of content, but that's because I've been doing so much behind the scenes on a lot of fronts, both my YouTube channel, both work, and just all the things. So busy day. And, I don't always pull out my phone to record every little thing when I'm running a mile a minute. When I am running full throttle, it is very hard for me to stop and take out my phone or even remember to take out my phone, but I will do better. Anyhow, I need to take this dog out. She needs to go and pee and go in her crate. And I need to shut everything down for the night. That's what I will do. And until tomorrow. Happy Saturday. Happy day 48. This is the first opportunity that I've had to actually record. It's been a busy morning. A friend of my husband's, more his friend than mine. I knew of him. I didn't know him personally like that. Was a police officer in the town where we used to live. Young guy. He was only 50, I think. Passed away from a brain tumor, and they had the services today. It was beautiful. We got there early because we knew that it was going to be a huge turnout. They had the local fire department and police department presence. It was beautiful. They even had the police department. They had a food truck outside with water and juice and coffee, bagels for anyone that was standing in line. And the fire department actually had one of their ladders with an American flag hanging from it. It was really, really, really beautiful. They had police officers standing guard by the casket. He will be cremated, but they did have services today. So that has me a little bit somber. Young, full of energy, so well loved and regarded and respected in the community. Too young, way too young. So I'm out walking Sasha right now. My son-in-law and my daughter, they're going away for just overnight for a staycation, as she called it. He planned, or I'm assuming it's like dinner and other stuff. He planned it for the two of them. He's so sweet that way. He's so thoughtful. When he sees that she's stressed and overwhelmed with things, he always makes it a point to do something special and have her decompress. So we have Sasha to ourselves for the next, 24 hours, I guess. My original plan of meal prepping this morning went out the window. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Given the time that it is right now, we still have to have lunch. We have not had lunch. So I'm probably just going to make a quick shake for the both of us and then call it a night. We're going to go out to dinner later. And that's pretty much it. The day has taken a turn, but it's all good. Oh, another caterpillar. Okay, hold on. I don't know if it's alive. I don't think so. Oh, it's dead. Oh no, Sasha, leave it alone. Leave it alone, Sasha. It was definitely dead. Poor little caterpillar. But on a brighter note, my eyes are doing so much better, and the little dry patch I had here is going away. The 3-4 pimples I had no longer hurt. I swear they hurt up until like Thursday, which is crazy. They were so painful. But they're going away. And that's it. Not a lot going on. I can't wait for Monday because I'm going to start working out. I'm so excited. Oh, I need to work out. And I'm excited about that. But let's get Sasha back. My evening routine is getting longer by the minute. I have my hormone therapy. I have to spread out. I have my eye ointment now that I'm using, my skincare. I have these pimples. And now to add, because I've suffered from wax buildup for many, many years, I am using this Neomed earwax softener drops. And I put in these earplugs because I can't keep my head tilted for 10 minutes. I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time, waste 30 minutes. And they come with these earplugs. It does come with like this applicator where I could rinse my ears, but I'm so afraid to put water in my ears. It's just not something that feels normal to me. So I usually just use the wax. Sasha is at my feet. I need to take her downstairs, put her in her crate, and call it a night. Day 48. It's done. Okay, you've made it to the end of the vlog. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching all the way up until now. I am going to go over the wins, the challenges, and what's in store for next week. But don't worry, because I had to write it all down. There was no way I could remember this with the amount of stuff that I have in my head. I need to write things down. So let's get through the wins, okay? The first one is that I was in the office for 3 days last week. That has been a goal of mine, and I was able to accomplish that. And it was good. It was good. It was sad. It was hard, but it was good for me to go into the office and see people and talk to my team and talk to the people in our department. It just felt good. So I did that. Above all, though, I had great sleep. I started to incorporate my old night routine, which is no screen time for an hour before I go to bed, a little bit of stretching, and a lot of reading. That is something that I have lost and I need to get back to. I think those 3 things combined helped me sleep really, really good and peacefully. Like, I slept the entire night. And it helps when you don't have any ailments, when you're not feeling, all the symptoms. I no longer have any fever, no body aches, no headaches. That also helps me sleep a lot better. I still have a little bit of cough, but it's nowhere near what it was. And that is definitely something that helps me sleep and gets me more relaxed. So I'm really happy that my body is recovering. And then the last one is the highlight, right? That I was cleared to work out again, because working out is my therapy of choice. It is my vice. It is where I release a lot of energy, a lot of nervous energy. It's the one time that I can spend 45 minutes just with me, because now my walks include Sasha. So I'm not able to really kind of be in the zone because I'm watching her now when I'm walking. So being able to work out is definitely, I think, something that is going to help me deal with a lot of the challenges that I'm about to speak to. So the challenges: high stress and low morale at work, a lot of leadership changes, just a lot of changes overall. I can't get into any of them, but just a lot of changes, and it's very disruptive, and we're all trying to just level set and just take deep breaths and take one day at a time, and managing stress while healing, right? I'm still trying to heal, and if I have high stress, it impacts my sleep, it impacts how I eat, how I function, how I interact with other people, how I interact with my husband, even how I deal with Sasha, right? It's just a lot. And I alluded to right before this, but nutrition is the one area that is the most impacted when I am stressed. I tend not to eat, and that cannot happen. I'm in postmenopause. I know that I need to eat more protein. I know that I need to eat more fiber. And that is the one area that gets hit the hardest when I'm stressed. I've always been wired this way. I've done a lot of work, and I've made a lot of improvements in a lot of the ways that I absorb and deal with stress. But the one thing that I cannot shake, and no matter what I do, there's nothing that helps it, is my nutrition. So I really need to pay attention to that. But that definitely was affected last week. And then putting Sasha in her crate, my daughter tells me she's fine. Just put her in the crate. When she's with us, when she was living with us, she didn't get a quarter of the outside crate time that you give her. She will be okay if you put her in there for a couple days if you have things to do. It's just me. I know it's a me problem, and I need to get better with that, because I can't focus and concentrate on work and what I need to do if she's out of her crate, because she's like a toddler. If I don't hear her, I'm not comfortable. I have to stop what I'm doing, get up, and go check on her. Anyhow, it's a thing. I know that I have to do better. So for next week, right, what am I focused on for next week? Nutrition. I must hit my daily protein goals. I have to hit my daily protein, my daily fiber, and my daily water intake. Now that I'm starting a lifting program, I need to make sure that I am eating the proper amount of protein and fiber to fuel my body. It also helps me heal. So I need to focus on that. Working out 5 days a week with 2 rest days in between. So I call them active rest days, because I will be walking, I'll be stretching. I will be doing some movement on those 2 days, but the hardcore lifting days are 5 days a week. For next week, I need to definitely prioritize my mental health and my sleep. They go hand in hand. My mental health, doing things actively throughout the day that control what I'm consuming, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. What am I consuming on my phone? What am I consuming in the news? Making sure that I'm not consuming a lot of coffee, because it's a stimulant. I'm already going 20,000 miles a minute. I cannot afford to have my heart race any more than it has been. So just being mindful of all of these things, making sure that I take control, because that is all that I have, is control of me and what happens in my home. Wonderful aspect of next week is that I will be working from home, and so that will allow me to accomplish a lot of these goals. In terms of my mental health, right? And it's not just what I'm consuming, but also having a really sound, good, healthy nighttime routine. I did 1 hour before going to bed of no screen time. This week, I'm going to increase that to 1.5 hours. And during that time, I'm just going to be meditating, praying, and reading. I need to really get back to reading. I will be harnessing and really going all in deep prayer and my devotion to the rosary. I am Catholic, and you believe in what you want to believe in. Those are the things that give me comfort and give me peace. So I will be leaning heavily on those things, making sure I stay hydrated, making sure that I consume healthy, nutritious food that are going to fuel and help my body heal from the stress and just from my workouts. All right. That is the plan for next week. That is the plan that I have. Please keep everyone in your prayers, and I will bring you guys along for as much as I can. I will share what I can, when I can, and if I can. A lot of it I can't, but I will share at minimal that I am doing okay, or if I'm not. I want to be transparent and honest with all of you. So that is all that I have for you for today and for this week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you can be alerted to any new videos that come on. But thank you for being here. And until the next one, adios.